not going to attack the things that you think you have needs of. Because nothing, and from the Course's perspective, nothing will be taken away from you. But what it will be is translated. And that's what the Course is telling us. You may end up releasing some of those ideas that you had that were so hard set in your mind, or maybe things in your world that you'll begin to release because they make no sense to you anymore. They don't bring you any sort of peace anymore. There's lots of things that we may resort. It says, I'm not going to attack your ego. I work with your higher mind or your higher self. Or the Course might say the self, it talks about a little s self. That's usually us when we're in our lower mind. And the capital S self is the self when we're in this higher mind, when we're joining our mind with the Holy Spirit, which is something that the Course says, really, this is the message of the Course. If you want peace, you're going to have to join your mind with the Holy Spirit, because you can't focus on making the world change. We have to focus on changing our hearts. That's where our focus needs to be. Will the world change? Maybe. But we will be able to see in it the miracle or the collateral beauty instead of all the hate. The home of the Holy Spirit is in the higher mind. It says I do work with the higher mind, the home of the Holy Spirit, same thing, right? Whether you are asleep or awake. So he's always at work. There's never a dead time. Computers, sometimes they'll say, oh, my computer went to sleep. Does your computer? Holy Spirit never goes to sleep, never sleeps, doesn't understand that, doesn't have to be reset or revamped or whatever. It says, just as the ego works with our lower minds. And the lower mind would be the mind that is constantly obsessed with a sense of guilt or unworthiness, not only about itself, but about others. And that comes out in the projections we make. Now, at the basis of everything we do, it's going to be the unworthiness we feel about ourselves. But we try to hide it many times by acting all big and puffy. And our big and puffy is a way that we think we're better than everyone else, or we're separate from those that we find not as worthy as us. But it always, as the Course will say, leads back to that same sense about ourselves, that we don't feel worthy. And that's why then working at the level of our worth is so important. Things like the wall of innocence, things like doing your daily lesson, things like just sitting in quiet and keeping your mind focused on the truth for just a few minutes. It makes a difference because it changes the atmosphere within your mind, in your heart, where you dwell. In essence, your spiritual DNA gets you back to the truth instead of stuck in your lower mind. Just as the ego with your lower mind, which is its home. My home is the higher mind, his home is the lower mind.